it. And now you gotta get it back. And the way to get it back is to go back to the beginning. You know what I mean?
Morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is JH, and if you weren't aware, what I do here is try to give some information about things that are helpful to future postal employees, to employees that currently work for the post office, and people that just browsing past the channel. Random information. For those that actually work for the post office, if you've been there for more than 6 months or close to a year, I do have some information in the video description that kind of helps you navigate through the system and see how the system works. It's just little perks and benefits that we have, little pluses. If you want, take a look. I don't make no money from them. It's just something that's helpful. I want to talk to you guys today about something that a lot of the new people need to hear this. A lot of the people that are prospective employees need to hear this. You need to hear why unions are important in the place that we work and what their actual status is. See, the problem that I've noticed is that we have a lot of new employees that stroll up to the post office and feel as if, well, hey, here's an example. They say, postal employees or prospective employees would be more willing to stay or deal with the BS if they came in and everybody was on a level playing field, because they're observing the individual that was there before them and saying, well, why can't I make what they make? Why can't I have the days off that they have off? Why can't I? They just, they envy the next person. Young person's mindset. I want what that person had. So here's a question to you, for those that are not familiar with the process of seniority and why unions work. For us, in general, not for everybody, but for us. So let's suppose you were working at any job, and you felt like you were doing a great job. You were there for 4 or 5 years, and you were thinking you were doing a great job. They bring in Susan. She may have a better college background than you. She may speak better than you. She may do a bunch of things better than you. And she's only been there for about 2 months. You've been there for over 5 years. And all of a sudden, she come in and this lady gives weekends off. She makes the same pay that you make after you waited 5 years for your little increases every year. You got your little bonus. You got your little, okay, you done did your thing. Okay, you done got your little bonus. You done made a little bit more shmoney. And now you up 5 years, and then all of a sudden Susan's been there for like a month. Now she's making the same money that you made, and then they let her go and get the position that you were kind of hoping for. You like, wait a minute, hold on. I kind of want, and I done worked here for 5 years. It done took me a long time to get my, 2 weeks vacation. And all of a sudden she comes right in and she's getting 2 weeks vacation. You like, wait, hold on, cousin. We ain't gonna do this, man. I worked 5 years here and I know I'm good. And then you let her come in, she making the same money I got, and then she getting the same vacation time I got. Yo, y'all tripping right now. Okay, so that was an example. But let me explain to you what unions are and why seniority is important to a union. Labor unions are organizations that negotiate with employers on behalf of the employees. That means there's this group that looks out for you. They commonly represent workers at a medium and large companies in industries such as manufacturing and construction. Union members can be subject to a variety of rules set forth by the union. Some of which may be related to job seniority. Now, what is seniority? This is what boggles people. This bothers people. I know I might have mentioned it before. I'm wondering why them chumps before me making X amount of dollars. And here's a fact. There are people that work at the post office in my craft, and I will never make as much money as them. They were under a different contract, and they got paid on a different pay scale. Do I think it's fair? Yes. They've been there 20, 30 years. They earn that. Even if I feel like they're lazy, they put the time and energy in. Stop with the foolishness thinking that you deserve what them people make. I don't. Even though I have experience, I have 25 years, almost 26 years of driving experience. But I've only been to the post office for like 10, 11 years. Do I deserve what somebody that's been there for 30 years makes? No. What is seniority? Union seniority describes the length of time that a particular worker has been in a union or has been a union member working in a union job. Labor unions often have seniority systems in place that give a variety of special benefits to members based upon seniority. Seniority systems can increase worker loyalty to their job. It can take many years to gain seniority, so workers may be more reluctant to quit their job because doing so will erase your seniority. There's people that work at the post office that haven't had 2 days off back to back. Why? Because they didn't get a bid with Saturday and Sunday off. I spoke to a lady yesterday and she said it took her 5 years to get a Saturday and Sunday off. 5 years. Sometimes they break your days up. It might be Thursday, Sunday, or Saturday, Monday. It's just weird how they do it, but she finally, after 5 years, was able to get 2 days off back to back. Pay and benefits. One of the primary reasons seniority is important to unions and union workers is that it can determine pay, benefits, and job responsibilities of workers. Unionized workers may be subject to a pay scale based upon seniority. So if you weren't aware when you stepped in the post office, which I'm sure you all were, because I'm sure everybody looked at the job description and realized this is, and when you went to orientation, you saw the union representative come to you, and you went to the union website and you saw your pay scale on that scale that you guys don't take the time to look at for some reason. You just go and work, whatever. It's a pay scale, and there's steps to each pay scale. That's why you'll never catch up to the person in front of you. Sheesh. For instance, a new worker might receive a certain base pay rate, while a worker with 5 years of seniority may receive a basic rate plus additional amount of pay based upon years of service. So if you start out and you making 45 grand a year, but somebody there before you was making 55 grand a year, do you think you deserve that 55 grand a year? Half of you can't make it to freaking 2 years. Half of you can't make it past 6 months. Let's give this person 55 grand. Oh, if they gave us more money, then we would stay. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. Stop lying. You ain't lying to nobody. No. What you talking about, Willis? Y'all cut that out. Woo! Seniority also may affect benefits such as vacation time. For example, a senior worker might have 4 or 5 weeks of paid vacation, while a new worker might only get 2 or 3 weeks a year. This is true. You earn your vacation time. You're entitled after time to get more vacation. That's with any job. I don't think, young people, if you haven't worked a real job, then maybe you don't understand this. But any real job is like, okay, well, after a year, you get a week vacation, and after 2 years, you get 2 weeks. It's usually how it works, unless you came out the military and you start off with, you know what, let's stick to the seniority and the unions. Woo. And the best part about unions, the best part about having a union-based job is job security. Another way seniority is important to unions and their members is that it will determine which workers remain employed and retain union membership in the event of layoffs. If a company that employs union workers needs to lay off employees, union rules force the employer to lay off the new workers before those with more seniority. Now let's think about you, because this is what you all do all the time. Let's think about me. If I'm working and I've been there for 6 years and I'm loyal to my place, and then they got the new guy that shows up and he's been there a year, but he thinks he works harder than me. And then all of a sudden layoffs come in. Now I'm number 6 on the seniority list. He's number 29. Do you think that number 29 should keep their job if they start laying people off? Like, hey, Jay, you know what? We appreciate what you did, but we're going to start picking people to keep. We're going to have to lay you off, man. Like, man, I've been here for 6 years, bro, man. I'm faithfully. You going to pick the new guy? It doesn't make sense. So stop feeling entitled. Well, if the people were there for a long time worked and they weren't so lazy. And so, let me tell you something. I agree that the older people that work there they look like they're lazy. Some are lazy. Hell, some of them don't belong there. They're in the world and in the way. You heard my guy. I agree with that. But I also know that you're supposed to mind your business and work, do your own work. Don't worry about what the next man doing. You came to work for yourself. Your paycheck has your name on it. Mind your business. Don't worry about what they're doing. All right? Don't worry about what they're doing, because what they're doing can't directly affect your check unless you allow it. Stop worrying about what everybody else is doing. Whew. Whew. Workers with high levels of seniority will have greater job security than those with little seniority. Now, seniority I spoke about in another video. Seniority does a couple things for people. It gives you choice of the bid, first choice, going in order. The bid meaning the job. Y'all know what bids are. That's first off. So the higher your seniority, you get the first choice of your bid. You get first choice of vacation time as well. So if you want to pick a time, let's say you want to pick your vacation time in mid-June or whatever it is, and then somebody that's just got seniority, later on seniority, it's like, oh, well, I need this vacation time because I want to go see my kid graduate. And I'm like, yeah, and I'm going on vacation. Should I change my vacation because you want to see your kid graduate? No, I earned my seniority. Damn, Jay, that sounds selfish. No, it sounds like I've been through what you've been through. How many birthdays I missed? How many Christmases I missed? Y'all sitting there thinking that like the post office don't close. Oh, it don't close, man. There's people working all the time. I've been there. I earned my stripes. Sheesh. Seniority goes with pay scales. Y'all, there's a video on that. The perks of the seniority. But I wanted to let you know the reasons why seniority works, and the union has this implemented with the post office. When you guys get your promotions from non-career to career, that's where seniority comes in as well. So you've been there for almost 2 years as a CCA, and then somebody new just shows up. Now you know how hard you worked, and you coming up on that 1 year, 11-month mark, grinding and sweating, and you observe the new person that just showed up 2 months in, Talking about, oh, I can't wait to be regular. I can't wait to be regular. That's my stupid face. I can't wait to be regular. And you like, bro, you better put some work in first. Man, you know how many stairs I done had to climb, and you talking about you wait to be regular. Put yourself in that shoe. And then all of a sudden management says, oh, you know, the new guy's gonna become regular. You gonna slap the manager right upside the head like, what you just say? What you just say? Who you talking to? See, this is where people go postal, cuz that's what would happen. That's what would happen if you were in that shoe. So stop thinking we deserve something when we didn't earn nothing. That's where seniority come in. It forces you to work. Ain't that something? It forces you to work. Forces you to mind your business. And it forces you to keep going. And if you don't want to keep, there's so many other careers out there. Just find a career. You hear what I said? Career, not job, because this is career. And I tell everybody all the time, this is one of the places that you go first time, and it could be your last job. Or it could be just a job you pass through. You can come from here and go over to, FedEx, or go and work for Nike. I don't know. But this is a career. At the end of the day, all these different job duties are underneath the post office. You can have it for whatever it is, but understand, if you leave this position and you go to the next position, you got to go worry about that seniority list. This is JH. Anything I say help anybody? Give you some information? Yeah.